What's going on, guys? Zephyr here, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys how to make custom mob chests and sign shops in Minecraft. Now be aware this will require a behavior pack, but don't worry, if you're on Xbox there is a very simple tutorial that I will provide in the description. Go ahead and check that out. That'll help you download this pack, and I will also leave the download link to this behavior pack in the description so you guys can get it for your guys' selves. So let me go ahead and just show you guys a little bit what this looks like in the overall, and then we'll get onto how to actually make this. So first off, this is the normal mob shop. You come up to the mob, and then you go ahead and you click it. It pulls up this custom inventory where you can change the name. You can have different items in here, and like for example, this is just giving me apples. I can just go ahead and do that. And then I also have the same thing here for a sign shop. You go ahead and click this, and in here I just have it giving me apples or golden apples. Now you can make this totally customizable. You can make it where when the player takes an item, it checks to see if they have a certain amount of money. If it's a buying shop, like if they wanted to buy this apple, it might cost them a certain amount of money. Where they take it, tests if they have enough money, and then allows them to keep it if they do, and removes that set amount of money. Or normals, you could do a whole bunch of things. You could do teleports where if they grab this item, it'll clear them of that item and then teleport them to a certain location. Same thing over here. Yeah, it allows for a little bit cleaner look. This doesn't look very clean right now just because I'm not worried about hiding the command blocks just for this video. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the tutorial part. We're going to start with this mob over here. So this is just a normal villager, and there's actually two entities here. You can't see the second one because it is completely invisible. Let me just show you here. I just have the villager right there. Using this command block, it's teleporting all types of villagers that are in a close radius. You can make this a smaller radius. I just did that so that when I spawned the villager, it wouldn't run away. So we could change this down to 3 if you wanted. He'll still stay there. Make sure it's always active and a 0 tick delay so he doesn't go anywhere. Just have him teleporting up half a block, because if you do a full block, he will actually look like he is floating. Let me just do that real quick. So see, he's actually floating because when it's teleporting from a command block, it's actually starting at the middle of the block, not the top of the block or the bottom of the block. So we'll just change this back to 0.5, get him back on the ground here. And that's just to keep the villager there. And this one I'll show you in a second. But yeah, this, like I said, this is using custom entities. Now beware that these entities do not actually have a spawn egg like visual, but they do have a spawn egg. Like, so if you come into your nature tab here, come over to mob eggs, it's going to be these 4 down here. These allow for a couple different options here. We'll grab we'll start with the chest, and then the chest 2. You can see on the very end it says chest2.name and chest.name. Don't worry about that. When you're specifying for the item, if you need to, it's not that entire long thing. Like, you can also summon it in. So summon, you just type in custom and it'll pop up over here. You got custom :chest, custom :chest2, custom :hopper, custom :hopper 2. You can summon those down, and yeah, let me yeah, so like here, this is if you're in your inventory, it's actually nicer to have more than one item of it stacked so that it doesn't just look like an empty slot, so you can actually see it there. You're not going to see it if you're in creative mode because it just shows only one item if you have more than one. But yeah, so what the difference between these two is the custom chest and the custom chest 2 have different height values. So the custom chest is 2 blocks tall to account for a 2 block tall entity if you want to do a mob like that. And the custom chest number 2 is 1 block tall that we have here for the sign. Yeah, so let me show you this real quick. This is just a teleport because they do have a gravity effect to them. So if we do chest number 2, you can see I'm no longer highlighting the blocks. I'm actually highlighting on the entity. And that's where you click it up, and it'll show unknown if you don't rename it. So make sure you go ahead and rename it in your anvil when you're doing this. But then if I do break, because there's nothing down here, if I click there, there's nothing there. If I break this block, you can see that I'm no longer outlining that iron block because the entity actually fell down. So if I just go ahead and kill all entities in a radius of 1, and then poof, there it goes. So that's what this is. This is just TPing it up 1.5 blocks, so it's going up from the middle of this block, up 1, and then up another half, so it's covering this whole block here. So yeah, it is just teleporting the type custom chest 2 in a radius of 3 up 1.5 blocks to keep it from falling. And then how you go ahead and put the items inside them is you go ahead and you do the replace item command. So you're going to go ahead, do your replace item space entity, and then whatever you are indicating, so it could be a player here, or like I have it the entity, so it's going to do @e bracket type equals custom chest comma name equals, you're going to want the quotations here with the exact name of your entity, with like I have the squiggly s and a 1 to change the color. And then you're going to want slot inventory and then the number of the slot. So it says 13, like if we go ahead and count in this one, there's 9 across the top here, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. What the game actually does is, even though you counted 14 slots here, it counts this very first one as 0. So it's going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's how you do that for replacing or putting the item in there. So 13 or slot 13, and the name of the item and how many of the item you want to put in there. Like if we were to go ahead and change this to 3, you'll see in a second, yep, now there's 3, because I have it also on a 20 or 40 tick delay, which is equal to 2 seconds in game. Because if you have it at a 0 tick delay, it's going to be really hard for you to pull the items out there because the game glitches out a little bit. And then we have the same thing over here for the sign chest. We're going to do replace entity @entity bracket type equals custom chest 2 comma name equals quotations and then the name of your entity. So we're going to do squiggly s 2 sign shop, and we'll close it off with a quotation in the bracket, slot inventory 13 golden underscore apple 1. And it does go a little bit bigger than the block, so you can actually click around the block here. So if you want to put this sign on all sides around the block, you can do that. But yeah, you can just go ahead and grab the item as many times as you want for this example. That's how that works, but we have a couple more entities I want to show you guys because these have all 27 slots. This is the biggest size that you can get for a custom entity. But if you wanted smaller, just because you didn't need to fill up a whole chest, you can go ahead and grab this Hopper 2 and Hopper, which does the exact same thing. Here, I'll just go like this just so that we know where they're at. So we'll put Hopper there and Hopper 2. So remember, without the number, so just Hopper is the normal entity size. So if I click up here, you will get a 5 slot like it's a Hopper. And it's 2 blocks tall, so remember that. And then the Hopper 2 is only 1 block tall. So if I click up here just a little bit, nothing. But if I click down here, then you will get the inventory pulled up, which you can do the same thing that I have done over here with the hoppers. But like I said, if you didn't need all 27 slots that's in this chest for whatever you're making, you can do it with only 5 slots using the custom bracket Hopper, custom bracket Hopper 2. But yeah, so that's all I got to show you guys today. If you guys liked the video, go ahead and leave a like, put any comments in the, or make any comments if you have any questions, whatever. There will also be a link to the description, Discord in the description, my bad. If you guys have any questions, or just feel free to join there. I'm on there a little bit more than I am looking at my comments on my videos. So if you have any questions, I'll probably respond back on the Discord a little bit faster than I will on the actual comments. Make sure to subscribe, like, and yeah. This has been Zephyr, and I hope you guys liked today's video, and peace out.